digital keys do one thing only: encrypt text and decrypt ciphertexts. Alice wants to send a message to Bob that says, "You trying to pull up and smoke some crack?" But she doesn't want the FBI to notice. So she encrypts the message such that Bob, and only Bob, can successfully decrypt this message. She achieves this by taking Bob's public key, using it to encrypt the message, and then sends the resulting ciphertext back to Bob. When the FBI inevitably intercepts this message over the insecure internet, they read it and they go like, "Well, what the fuck is this?" Bob, on the other hand, receives the message, decrypts it with his private key, and then meets up with Alice to share some great moments. You can use a digital key to produce a signature. A signature is used to prove the authenticity of a message. In other words, to prove that it was actually you who sent the message and not someone else posing as you. Alice wants to send a message to Bob that says, "I need your help with an assassination request." Just like the first time, Alice doesn't want the FBI to know about this, so she uses Bob's public key to encrypt the message. That way, Bob and only Bob can decrypt the message successfully. But there's a problem here. How does Bob actually know that this message is from Alice and not from the FBI pretending to be her in a sting operation? After all, the FBI can just do the same thing that Alice did to encrypt her message. To solve this problem, Bob requires his clients to follow a very important rule. You have to send a digital signature. Alice will send a digital signature that has no way of being replicated by the FBI. Alongside her first message, Alice sends an additional message that says, "From Alice." But instead of using Bob's public key to encrypt the message like she did in the first time, she encrypts it with her own private key. When Bob gets the message, he'll try to decrypt the message using Alice's public key. If he gets Alice's signature, he'll know that the message had to have come from Alice. The FBI see both ciphertexts in transit, and they're able to decrypt the signature, which just says "from Alice," but they don't have any way of knowing what the first message was because they don't have the right private key to decrypt it with. A certificate is issued by a trusted third party, and on that certificate is a claim that a public key is in fact yours. Imagine if the FBI said, "Hi, I'm Alice, and this is my public key." How would you know that they're not lying? Well, essentially, everyone just agrees that Barack Obama is the most trusted person in the world. He never lies, and everyone believes in him. So if Barack Obama were to tell Bob that this public key does in fact belong to Alice, then Bob can trust that he's not being duped. In fact, Bob will never believe that a public key belongs to someone unless Barack Obama says so.